The return of the Anunnaki, the greatest filtration of Pentagon secrets. They created us, then they left. And before they did, every civilization they touched recorded the same promise in stone, in clay, in scripture, and in oral tradition passed across generations. They said they would come back. The Anunnaki appear in the oldest written records humanity possesses, the Sumerian clay tablets of ancient Mesopotamia, described as powerful beings who descended from the heavens, established operations on Earth, and eventually departed, leaving behind a species they had engineered and a planet they had fundamentally altered. According to ancient texts, the average lifespan of an Anunnaki was 432,000 years. The earliest Sumerian kings list describes 8 rulers who governed Earth for a combined total of 241,200 years before the Great Flood. These are not the lifespans of humans. These are not the reign lengths of any civilization history officially acknowledges. The planet they came from, called Nibiru by the Sumerians, is described as following an extremely elliptical orbit that brings it close to Earth once every 3,600 years. 1 year on Nibiru equals 3,600 years on Earth. Babylonian and Assyrian texts call it Marduk. And in 1983, a Washington Post article reported that an infrared satellite telescope had detected a celestial body the size of Jupiter moving in the direction of the Orion constellation. The chief scientist at the time said simply, "We do not know what it is." In 2008, Japanese researchers calculated that an undiscovered planet should exist at approximately 100 astronomical units from the Sun. The mathematics of Nibiru's orbit, dismissed for decades, keeps producing objects that mainstream science cannot fully explain. According to researcher Stan Deyo, NASA and the Pentagon believe the return of the Anunnaki will coincide with the arrival of Nibiru into the inner solar system. Not as mythology, as an event they are monitoring and preparing for in classified frameworks that the public has no access to. But the most disturbing element of the return theory is not astronomical. It is biological. Researchers, including Greg Braden, have pointed out that of the 64 codons in human DNA, only 20 are active. The remaining 44 are switched off, inoperative, described by conventional science as junk. One theory proposes that this was deliberate, that the Anunnaki engineered humanity with a genetic governor built in, a biological ceiling that keeps human consciousness, capability, and awareness within manageable limits. Some researchers claim humans carry 12 strands of DNA, each connected to a specific galactic lineage, and that the latent potential locked in our dormant codons is so vast that its activation would make us something unrecognizable to what we currently are. If the Anunnaki return, the question is not whether they are coming. The question is what they intend to do with what they left behind, and whether what they left behind, which is us, will be ready.